St. Louis, one of America's greatest cities, home of the Blues, the Cardinals. People come from all over to visit all that St. Louis has, including many historic sites, beautiful downtown, the Mississippi River, and of course, the Arch. But once a year, St. Louis is home to 30,000 screaming, rowdy, passionate, die-hard dirt fans. As the Dome gets a makeover and becomes an indoor dirt racetrack, quickly becoming one of the biggest and most prestigious races of the season. The Gateway Dirt Nationals draws in over 150 drivers in 3 different divisions: modifieds, midgets, and the late models. Fans and drivers from all over come to race 3 nights for $30,000 for late models, $10,000 for midgets and mods. The Gateway Dirt Nationals bring in the best of the best in all 3 series, including Shannon Babb, Scott Bloomquist, Bobby Pierce, Don O'Neill, Billy Moyer in late models, Kenny Wallace, Mike Harrison, Jeffrey Ledford, Mike McKinney in the modifieds, and Christopher Bell, Kyle Larson, Ricky Stenhouse, Rico Abreu, and Tyler Courtney, to just name a few of the huge midget names. Christopher Bell, Kyle Larson, and Ricky Stenhouse all come from the NASCAR circuit in modifieds. Kenny Wallace comes from a background in NASCAR racing as well. So the NASCAR fans also get a pretty big weekend if they're into dirt racing. This year's Gateway Dirt Nationals was pretty fierce. We had a lot of bumping and banging and a lot of close, hard racing. Each year, the Gateway Dirt Nationals is becoming larger and getting closer to selling out. From Thursday through Saturday, drivers and their teams work on their race cars to make them as perfectly set up as possible for one of the roughest and toughest tracks on the circuit. With such a small track, you get a lot of beating, bumping, and crashes, of course. Drivers may run good one night, then not hit the right setup the next night, and then they're pretty much out of luck and will not be in contention for the win of the second night. The racing was close and fierce this year, with a lot of wrecks, even a few flips and rollovers. Oakwood native Bobby Pierce looked good pretty much all weekend long, probably the best car out of anybody this year, and he showed it on Friday and Saturday by winning both races and getting the $30,000 for late models. In modifieds, Mike Harrison showed up kind of late to the party this year by winning only Saturday's race and winning the $10,000 to win modifieds, but he came from like 6th place to come up and take the win in the modifieds, so definitely a hard-fought win for Mike Harrison. And in midgets, Christopher Bell pretty much put on a show of domination all weekend long. He's one of the best, if not the best, in midgets right now, and he showed why. He came out really hot and just took the lead. They had a couple guys that tried to charge him, but just couldn't get it done. So once again, Christopher Bell takes the win and gets $10,000 in the midgets. In the pits, the fans could go up to drivers, meet with them, talk with them, see what they were doing, but there was a lot of work being done on the race cars this year because there were so many cars that were beaten up and had to get redone. In the pits, there was over 150 drivers working to get their way into only 22 spots in each division. So that's a lot of cars going home, not winning any money for starting the race. And that's what they all do it for. You know, that's why they call it Dirt in December. Teams and drivers work fiercely all weekend to get their cars ready.